Hello, viewer. Welcome to our first episode of StarCraft II Builds. I'm your host, David, and today we will be going over the PvT Proxy Warp Gate Timing Attack. At the bottom right corner, we have our contributor here, Dorne, playing as the red Protoss, and at the top left, we have the Terran player, Youngie. So this build focuses on doing a really early push with a strong mix of Zealots and Stalkers. So we're going to immediately begin at 23 seconds by dropping a Pylon and then sending that probe out to scout. Now back at base, we're going to make an Assimilator, and the second that the Assimilator finishes, we're going to drop 2 probes on it. Now, at the 14 worker count at our base, we're going to stop probe production until we can get the probe, our scout probe, in position to make that proxy pylon. So the proxy pylon, you're going to want it at just outside the opponent's 3rd or 4th base, close enough that you can do a really early push. So as you can see, the Terran is just doing a standard build. They're going for a fast expand actually in this game. So right when the pylon finishes, we're going to want to make 4 warp gates just as soon as we get the minerals for it. And then back at base, we made a single additional probe to help with our income. There we go. So we're basically just saving our money here until we can spend it all on this push. So probe production is at a standstill. We're only mining Vespene gas with 2 probes. So now the second that the warp gates finish, we're going to start pumping out Stalkers and start on our Cybernetics core. So you can see that happen at 2:05. And we get the Cybernetics core going. Now sometimes your 4th warp gate or gateway will be a bit late, so you have to wait for that to finish and then start your production. Now after this rush, there's a pretty big chance that you're going to catch your opponent off guard. So you should win, but if you don't, you still have the ability to macro back at base. So you want to make sure that after you send out the initial push with your Zealots and Stalkers that are being built here, you make sure to build some other form of aggressions, such as some tier 2 units, such as HTs or Void Rays or whatever the case may be, depending on what you see in his base from this push. So now you're going to start moving out with your small army here. And as you can see, our Terran opponent, he's barely getting started on his first Marines after upgrading the barracks. So this really catches them off guard. So here you go, you see the push happening. All the while this is happening, we're also bringing in Zealots and Stalkers from our gateways. And back at base, we are starting up some pylons, making sure that our macro is still good. But in this situation, it caught the Terran opponent completely off guard. They were trying to expand. So it led to a really quick and decisive win. So I would like to have a huge shout out to Dorne for offering this here replay and build. Feel free to check out and use the build, and in the comments write how it went for you and potentially any other builds that you would like to see in the future. Thank you guys for watching and have a great day.